Hey everyone, it is your girl Shari, and today I am packing up to get ready to go on a business trip. So, Sam and I are both going on business trips. I will be going to New York and Sam is going to Canada. Okay, so we're gonna go over some do's and don'ts, some really good tips and tricks on how to pack, and also how to save money while you're traveling. And remember, if you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button and make sure to turn on your notifications. So we're gonna go over all the things that you're gonna need and how to save. All right, you guys. Well, first off, I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna go pick up some items that we need, and then I'm gonna start packing. So let's go. Okay, you guys, so I'm letting my car warm up and I'm in the car about to go to the store. So let's go ahead and talk about the first tip. Know where you're going. If you're in North Carolina right now, it is cold. So last year around this time, I was in Miami. So of course I'm going somewhere where it's much warmer, where I can wear my summer clothes. So of course I didn't have to pack as much, and that saved a lot of room for any souvenirs I want to bring back. On the flip side, this year we're going up north, so it is going to be colder. But make sure that you're checking the Weather Channel because it may not be as cold as you think. Let's make sure that you're checking the weather in the area. Do your research before you even start thinking about packing for the trip. So, all right, you guys, I think my car is warmed up. Let's go. Okay, so I just got out of Trader Joe's and I bought us a whole bunch of snacks. So next I'm either gonna go to Walmart, Target, or Dollar Tree, whichever one is closest to me, for me to get the rest of the toiletry items that I need. And then once I get home, and I'll start packing. So, all right, let's keep going. Okay, everyone, so now that I've gotten my snacks, I've washed clothes, it is time to start prepping and packing. So before we get into that, there's a few things that you have to consider before you even start packing. First thing you should be doing is making a list. Things on your list, it could be snacks, it could be your toiletry items, especially the ones that you really know that you need. Maybe it's a certain pair of shoes that you want to take, or there are certain items. Maybe you're going on a trip where everyone has to wear red one day, so you want to make sure you take your red outfit. A few things that people typically will forget. Maybe you want to take a blanket because the airplane is cold, or you want to take one of the pillows that you can put around your neck. So I like to make sure that I have it somewhere, so I take all the items that I need. The next thing you need to figure out is if you're going to check a bag or if you're just doing carry-on. Obviously, you know, if you just do your 2 carry-on items, it is absolutely free. However, if you decide to check a bag, that typically has to be 50 pounds or less, unless you're using an airline like Spirit or Allegiant. I believe those are 40 pounds or less. Then usually those can range between $25 to $40 a piece. Unless you're doing Southwest, you can check bags for free. So for my trip, I am going to check a bag. And I have my really big bag here because I'm going to be gone for 10 days. Now, for Sam, on the other hand, since he's only gone for just 4 days, he is going to use a carry-on bag. That way he can just take that. And that's also great because you don't have to worry about waiting to check a bag or waiting for pickup. If you're really in a rush, you should definitely do a carry-on bag. So that is the next thing you need to figure out, what type of bag, because that's going to let you know how many items that you can bring. For me, I definitely wanted to check a bag, not only just being there 10 days, but it's 10 days in the winter time, which means that I'm going to be packing bulkier items. So those are some of the things that we need to know first and foremost before you even start packing. So I am going to go ahead and start prepping the items for Sam when it comes to his toiletries, and I'll take you along. And then I'm going to also start getting my stuff together, and I'll show you how I pack all of my items. All right, let's go. So it's a little loud in my bathroom because my vents automatically come on. So we're going to switch into voiceover mode. Another tip, use Ziploc clear bags. You can store a lot of items in there, and they're great when you're going through TSA. So for my husband, I am going to start packing his items like his shampoo, his lotion, and his hair growth oil. And I'm going to put them in these small travel size containers that I got from Walmart, and I think it was only like $3. So let's go. So Sam already has a compact shower gel container, and I'm just going to refill it back up. And this is just a perfect way to save money. I love reusing these containers. I do this also when I'm doing my medicine. I believe I'll show that here. And I'll just put everything in one container. Okay, so now that is done, I am going to use the containers that I bought to fill up the items that I just showed you guys. And make sure you don't forget to add the labels. You don't want to forget what you put in each container. Okay, now that everything is filled up, I'm going to take the extra container and put it to the side. We can use that for a different time, and that way it creates more space for the other items. Now that that is packaged, now we have our plastic bag, and it's time to put everything in our plastic bag. Also, the soap dish, I got that for only $1, as well as this little travel size toothpaste. And I like to take it out of the box just so that I have extra room when I'm packing for Sam. And there you have it, all of Sam's toiletries in one bag. Easy peasy, right? Now it's time to go through my bag, and I love this bag. I've had it for years. I think I got some hair products that actually came in the bag, and I've just kept it. But I'm going to go through everything that I need. First, I have my toothbrush, wipes. I have to travel with 2 different types of wipes. Um, Other things that you also see on the counter are a lot of items that I've gotten from different hotels that I keep a hold of just because they're travel size. Definitely have to take a manicure kit with me. That is my mouthwash. I love to make sure that I have all of my items, and I try to compact them already. And a lot of these items too are just for traveling. So I just keep my bag ready to go anytime. This is also perfect for all the spontaneous traveling that Sam and I do. So I have this Bobbi Brown moisturizer, but it's not actually Bobbi Brown moisturizer that is in there. It is a Target brand, and I just refill it just kind of how I did Sam's body wash. And so it's just the perfect size. It's just so easy. Lastly, I have to make sure I take my vitamins with me. It's kind of out of frame, but it's my biotin, my evening primrose, and my multivitamin. I have to make sure I have those with me. Now my toiletries are all packed and ready to go. All right, now that we have all of our toiletries prepped, it's time to put them in the bag. So I personally like to put my clothes in first and then fit my toiletries in. Of course, I know I'm gonna make sure I take them, but it also lets me know if I have too many clothes because I tend to overpack. I got that from my mom. She always said, what if something happened and you need to stay longer? So I always make sure that I overpack. So I showed you the things I have for Sam. I was able to fit all of his in one bag. I know he's probably going to add a few items to this, but for the most part, it's easy and clear. And another reason I like to put them in these clear bags, 9 times out of 10, TSA won't mess with it as much, okay? Especially if they can tell that you took the time out to make sure you're in regulation, they don't mess with you as much. If it's just thrown into something and they can't tell, they start opening stuff and it gets everywhere. And I'm not saying that Sam's stuff couldn't get anywhere. That's also why I went back and put these containers back in here so that all the items won't get on anything. For instance, if they left this open, at least they won't get on all of these items. That is the risk you take when you fly. So the good thing is, oh, and I said all of that, that's more if you're checking the bag. So that's going to be more for me. For Sam, they're literally just going to look through this really quickly because he's carrying on his bag. But flip that, if it's for me, because it's a check bag and they're looking at it right before they put it on the plane, they have a tendency to open stuff. So again, that's why I like to have my stuff in these type of containers and bags to show that. And even this one, you can kind of see through it. So I see that they don't mess with me as much when I do that. For Sam, I'm going to go ahead and put his stuff in here. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit this in here because he's going to pack his own clothes and what he wants to take. But for me, because I want to make sure that I'm maximizing my space, this is an Eagle Creek bag. And shout out to Eagle Creek. It's big, but it's not bulky. But it has so many different compartments that you can put so many items in. So I'm going to put all of my toiletries in here. I like to put this in the bottom. And another reason why I like to put my toiletries in this part of the bag, again, I feel that they don't mess with me as much when they see that I've sectioned everything off for them. All right. Now it's time to go and get all my clothes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pretty much put majority of my items in the bag off camera, but then when I start to get to the end, I'll come back on camera and show you how I organized it in my bag. All right, you guys, I am a little tired because I've really been going in for the last 30 minutes trying to pack majority of the stuff that will go in this bag. So from the back, I have my pants and all of my undergarments, which also includes my sleepwear, which is also right here on the side, all of my shirts, and then I have my shoes here. So there are 3 pairs I'm taking. I put 2 in here. This are 2 sweaters, and then these are also my snacks. Now, of course, majority of the snacks will get eaten, so that's going to alleviate some room on the way back in case I want to bring back a souvenir. So that's one good thing. And that's also when I was doing my toiletries, I packed a lot of the toiletries that I got from other hotels, so that when I completely use those up, I can just throw those away and it gives me more room. And remember, I still have a little bit more room here too. Now it looks like it's not gonna close, but it is. The only other thing that I'm gonna put here is my hat. Go Panthers. I know you guys haven't been doing the best, but I'm with you to the end of the road. So my Panthers hat, as well as my North Face jacket, which is here. It's my really, really big bulky jacket. I'll have a smaller jacket that I'll actually wear on the plane. So obviously that doesn't ever have to go in this bag, but I'll take this out once I... Okay, so now that you have your toiletries packed, you have all of your clothes and shoes packed, let's talk about some of the miscellaneous items that you want to think about when you're packing your bag. First thing is the head pillow. I actually like to put this on the bag, or if you don't forget it, just put it around your neck. Another biggie is you do not want to store your computer under the plane. They always talk about the lithium batteries, so you always want to take that with you. So I have my book bag, so I'll have my computer, my day planner, my notebook, basically all of my work items in that. Of course, I still have my pocketbook, and we'll go through that at another time because Lord knows there's a lot of stuff in my pocketbook. But I do have the pocketbook that actually goes around me so that I have a good grasp to it and it's secure, but it's not super big. I try not to use a really big pocketbook, especially when I'm traveling by myself. Another thing that you want to make sure that you take is your medicine. If you're anything like me and you have allergies, or any type of chronic, like I have chronic migraines, I also have asthma, so I always have my pump on me, but I always like to take some of the over-counter medicines, as well as it's always a good rule of thumb to take some painkillers with you, because you don't know if your ears are gonna pop when you're on the plane, and you wanna take your medicines, and they'll say this in the airport, but you wanna take your medicines in your bag that you're taking on the plane with you. So the two that I'm gonna show right now, so, and I actually bought these from the Dollar Tree, you guys. I did buy two things that I always like to make sure I take on any trip. The first is headache relief pills, and these are my favorite. I'll buy these in any generic brand, whether it's Walmart, Dollar Tree, Harris Teeter. And this has, it basically has Tylenol in it, aspirin, and caffeine. So it helps with the headache, but it also kind of gives you a boost of energy. So I really like these, and this helps also if my ears start popping. In my pocketbook, I do have ibuprofen that I keep with me as well. But another big thing that I have to have, because I need to use these every 2 to 3 days, are allergy pills. And these are like the Zyrtex. Now, if you guys even buy the generic brand of Zyrtex, it's super duper expensive. It's 14 tablets in here, and this was just $1. So I got 3 of these, but I also got one for Sam as well, just so he has it and we don't have to take our actual stash with us. Oh, one more thing. Hold on real quick. This is the money saver, y'all. Hold on. This is what's gonna save you so much money. So, bottles. Take an empty bottle. I alternate between these two because I love my Yeti style bottles. Right now it is full of water, lemon water, and I have my lemons in it. Because I try to drink of this, I try to drink about 4 of these a day, and then I have my really big one. I try to drink 2 or 3 of those. Or you have this is the bottle that I typically, and I'm gonna take this trip. This is my typical bottle. I bought these on Amazon. It comes in a 2-pack. So it has this, I have the black knob and the pink one. It is called Bobble. And I like this because it has a filter on it. So in the airport, you know, you can't take any liquids unless they're being checked or more than 3 ounces. But what you can take is an empty container. For example, a water bottle. Most of the airports have areas where you can fill up your water bottle. So that is a way to save so much money because you do not have to pay for your water. And honestly, I put my snacks in my check bag, but you can take dry snacks, you guys, in your carry-on bags. Like water bottle, must have. So that's pretty much it, you guys. I have all of my items pretty much packed and ready to go. Make sure you don't get stressed out over packing. Give yourself a good budget wherever you're going, just in case you need to get something. That is how I get ready to go on a trip. So I hope you guys like this video. If you like these type of videos, let me know and I'll continue making them. And again, if you didn't get a chance to do it, go ahead and subscribe to my channel before this video is over. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.